Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to look at the following WWE news and rumors. Roman Reigns reveals how long he plans to wrestle in WWE. Sasha Banks drops a major spoiler regarding her WWE WrestleMania 37 match. Alexa Bliss gives her honest opinion on Bad Bunny. WWE superstar sends a heartfelt message for Alexa Bliss. Seth Rollins has teased a feud with Roman Reigns. And Alexa Bliss reveals how she reacted when WWE told her that she will be working with The Fiend. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more wrestling content. In an exclusive interview with People, Roman Reigns recently discussed his mental health and fitness routine ahead of WWE WrestleMania 37. Reigns spoke about his training regimen with bodybuilder Neil Hill and revealed that he plans to maximize his potential over the next 15 years. I told Neil when we first met over a year ago that I want to grind it out for the next 15 years. I want to maximize my potential for the next 15 years. And I told him, this is who I am, as a performer, as a talent, but I also am a father, I'm a husband. I wear all these different hats. And man, we've been on an unbelievable journey thus far. Clearly, Reigns does not plan to stop wrestling anytime soon. On the second night of WrestleMania 37, Roman Reigns will put his Universal Championship on the line against Edge and Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match. Sasha Banks broke into tears as she spoke about her upcoming WrestleMania match against Bianca Belair in a recent interview with Token CEO. Banks also confirmed that she would main event night 1 of WrestleMania with Belair. WrestleMania, April 10th. We'll be main eventing, and this is another first time ever for me. This is my first ever singles match on a WrestleMania card, which has been a nice dream. But this is the first time ever that 2 African American women will be headlining Breaks into Tears or WrestleMania. This is crazy, because this is bigger than me. And I think that's what the beautiful thing is. Everything I've done in the WWE, not only has it been for me, but it's been bigger than me. Because of the impact it has made on so many amazing people over the world of every color and race that chase their dreams, so I'm just like over the moon. The SmackDown Women's Championship will be at stake when Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair go head-to-head against each other at WrestleMania. Banks is yet to win a match at the Show of Shows, and 2021 marks her first ever singles contest at WWE's biggest pay-per-view of the year. Alexa Bliss is looking forward to watching Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny perform at WrestleMania 37. On a chat with Mike Jones ahead of WrestleMania 37, Bliss was asked which match she's looking forward to the most. She stated that she's excited to see Bad Bunny perform in a WWE ring and added that the rapper has been training hard for his upcoming tag team match at WrestleMania. Bliss also praised The Miz and John Morrison. I think it's going to be entertainment value. Miz and Morrison are always so super entertaining, and I'm a big entertainment person. I love a good entertaining tag team, and Miz and Morrison are it, and I'm excited to see Bad Bunny perform. He's been training really hard. He was one of those people that dove in head first, started training and preparing because he's such a big WWE fan, Alexa Bliss said. Alexa Bliss and The Fiend have been feuding against a Viper Randy Orton for almost a year now. Orton burned The Fiend alive, literally, at TLC 2020. The former Universal Champion eventually returned as a new avatar at WWE Fastlane 2021. Alexa Bliss will be in The Fiend's corner for his match against the Viper at the Show of Shows. Bad Bunny, meanwhile, has been featured a lot on WWE TV and is scheduled to team up with Damian Priest to take on The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania 37. He first appeared at the 2021 Royal Rumble and kicked off a feud with The Miz and John Morrison. The world-renowned rapper is a huge WWE fan and looks pretty excited to compete on the grandest stage of them all. The tag team match is scheduled for night 1 of WrestleMania 37. Are you as excited about Bad Bunny's WrestleMania match as Alexa Bliss is? Will Bad Bunny take down The Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania? Share your thoughts below. Monday Night Raw superstar Alexa Bliss is one of the most popular names on WWE's current women's roster. A little stick of dynamite inside the ring, Alexa Bliss has impressed fans and critics with her exceptional promo and acting skills. Current NXT Women's Tag Team Champion Ember has taken to Twitter to send a heartfelt message to Alexa Bliss. Moon suffered a career-threatening injury in the latter half of 2019 and was out of action for a long time. She has now revealed that Alexa Bliss had checked in on her almost every day of her injury, despite her own busy schedule. Little Miss Bliss herself has dealt with multiple injuries in the last few years, and it is great to see her looking out for a fellow WWE superstar going through a similar situation. Alexa Bliss has shown a completely different version of herself to the WWE universe in the last few months. Her alliance with The Fiend Bray Wyatt has completely changed her, bringing out a new darker and eerie character. At WWE Fastlane 2021, The Fiend made his return to WWE after nearly 3 months during the match between Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton. With a burnt and melted new look, The Fiend attacked Randy Orton. On the subsequent episode of Monday Night Raw, The Fiend made his intentions for revenge clear, and a WrestleMania 37 match was announced between him and Randy Orton. Set to take place on Night 2 of WrestleMania 37, The Fiend vs. Randy Orton is one of the most anticipated matches on the show of shows this year. Alexa Bliss could have a massive role in the outcome of this match. She'll surely be present at the ringside. There have been theories and speculation that she is now controlling The Fiend, and we might get a better idea of the equation between the two at WrestleMania 37. Seth Rollins has teased a feud with Roman Reigns in the future, stating that it was inevitable since both of them are currently on WWE SmackDown. Rollins was drafted to the Blue brand last year in the 2020 WWE Draft, while Reigns moved to SmackDown in 2019 as part of the Superstar shakeup. Seth Rollins discussed about current Universal Champion and his former Shield partner Roman Reigns on the latest Complex Sports podcast. Rollins said that a feud with Reigns has to happen in the future. I think it's just one of those things that's kinda inevitable. When you look at the characters, when you look at where we're at, you know. And when you see two top guys kind of performing at such high levels parallel to each other, I think it's just very easy to ask the question, okay, when are their paths gonna cross, or what's that gonna look like? When is it gonna happen? And I think especially having us on the same show on Friday Night SmackDown, I mean it seems like it's inevitable at some point. It is one of those matchups that has to happen, so, whatever, whenever. It is always good between me and Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins spoke about past matches with Reigns, calling them class matches, class moments, and said that it would be exciting for them as well as the fans. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will be in action at this weekend's WrestleMania pay-per-view. Rollins will face Cesaro in a singles match on Night 1 of WrestleMania 37. Reigns will defend his Universal Championship against Edge and Daniel Bryan on Night 2 of WrestleMania 37. Alexa Bliss recently revealed her reaction to being presented with The Fiend storyline by WWE's writers. Alexa Bliss was possessed by The Fiend last year on SmackDown, and she hasn't been the same ever since. Bliss's transition from the goddess to a sinister entity similar to The Fiend was certainly an interesting one. The former Raw Women's Champion talked about her angle with The Fiend in her conversation with Mike Jones. Here's what Alexa Bliss had to say. "My whole thing is whenever I'm talking to the writers or going over anything that we're gonna do, I tell them, I say, if I don't believe in it, people aren't going to believe what I'm saying. So I have to fully dive in. And as soon as I was told that I was going to be with Bray for a little bit now, I was like, okay." The Fiend attacked Alexa Bliss on the July 31, 2020 episode of SmackDown to the absolute horror of the WWE Universe. Bliss steadily transformed into an evil entity and began using The Fiend's sister Abigail finisher. Alexa Bliss and The Fiend were drafted to Raw in late 2020, and the duo soon kicked off a feud with Randy Orton. The Viper defeated The Fiend in a Firefly Inferno match at TLC 2020 and proceeded to burn him alive. Bliss vowed to exact revenge on Orton and began teasing the return of The Fiend. The Fiend finally returned at WWE Fastlane 2021 and helped Alexa Bliss pick up a win over Orton. The Fiend and Orton are set to clash at WrestleMania 37. Have you enjoyed Alexa Bliss's storyline with The Fiend so far?